Hi everyone, and thanks for listening today. My name is Charlie Lisa from Pittstown, New Jersey, and I'm excited to play some pieces for you today as part of Hunterdon County Library's Young Performers virtual recital. Throughout the video, I will also be giving you information on these pieces. My first half of the program will be dedicated to a composer who wrote some of my favorite pieces to play, Frédéric Chopin. The second half will switch to a focus on jazz. While these two topics don't seem to go together, I'll explain why there's a lot more in common than you might think. Chopin, as you know, was a Polish composer and pianist during the Romantic period, and he has written some of the most challenging and recognizable piano pieces known. His invention to style, melody, and form of music during the Romantic period are influential to music today. My first piece I will be playing is Chopin's Etude Opus 10 No. 12 in C minor, also known as the Revolutionary Etude, or the Etude on the Bombardment of Warsaw. This piece was written around 1831 during the time of the November of its history, speed, ferocity, and intensity. Here is Chopin's Etude Opus 10 No. 12 in C minor. Perhaps Spielmann chose to play this nocturne when German bombs began destroying Warsaw because he was dreaming and hoping for an eventual happy ending to this terrifying war. This is Nocturne in C sharp minor No. 20. Waltz Opus 69 No. 2 was composed by Frédéric Chopin for solo piano in the year 1829 at the age of 19, although published after his death in 1852. The piece is largely melancholic with three different sections and melodies, which changes to B major and again reverts to the original theme. It is one of several pieces that Chopin himself hated and hoped would be burnt upon his death. I like this waltz due to the melodic motif that appears throughout the piece. Chopin is well known for building his melodies around a motif or pattern and expanding on that. This is very obvious in this waltz because the beautiful line keeps repeating throughout. I also love the small section in B major because it provides a nice contrast to the minor feel of the waltz.
Go.
Waltz composed by Frédéric Chopin in 1847, the second work of his Opus 64 and the companion to the Minute Waltz, Opus 64 No. 1. Chopin dedicated this waltz to Madame Nathaniel de Rothschild. I enjoy playing this waltz because it is another example of how Chopin combines melodic motifs with changing harmonies in the left hand. It also feels very dreamlike with the rolling arpeggios in the B section and return back to the slow main theme. Here is Waltz in C sharp minor, Opus 64 No. 2. At the outset of World War II, Polski radio broadcast this piece daily as nationalistic protest and to rally the Polish people. You can hear the military style in this piece because the rhythm feels very confident and proud. Some aspects of the sound of a military march are heard in this as well, such as the drum roll after the first D major section. The piece opens with an A major chord and continues into a typical Polonaise rhythm. The key then changes into D major in the middle of the piece for a trio section, after which the opening is repeated with no changes except disregarding the repeat signs. The piece is almost entirely played forte or louder, which makes for a powerful performance. I like the general feel of this piece. It's very rhythmic and full sounding, so you feel like a whole orchestra playing it.